the night Jason Maloney stepped into the ring with Naoya Inoue. There was a quiet belief among a few brave souls that maybe, just maybe, this would be different. Boxing has always lived on that fragile illusion. The idea that one clean punch, one moment of courage, one perfectly timed mistake could rewrite history. And for a fleeting stretch of time, Maloney looked like he might be daring enough to test that illusion against a monster who had made a career out of destroying it. Early in the fight, Maloney threw everything he had. He pressed forward, fired combinations, tried to overwhelm Inoue with volume and urgency. For lesser fighters, those punches would have mattered. They would have disrupted rhythm, shaken confidence, forced caution, but Naoya Inoue didn't react the way a normal fighter would. He absorbed them like they were nothing more than mosquito bites, barely blinking, barely shifting his expression. There was no panic, no rush to retaliate, no visible concern. Just calm eyes and perfect balance, as if he were watching the fight unfold in slow motion while everyone else struggled to keep up. Maloney wasted energy trying to make a statement, and Inoue let him. That alone told the story of the fight. While Maloney swung with emotion, Inoue studied him. He ducked the high shots with surgical precision, slipped under desperate swings by inches, stayed just close enough to remind Maloney that every mistake would be punished. This wasn't defense for survival. This was defense designed to break a man's confidence piece by piece. The commentators could see it. It didn't matter where the fight took place. Inside, outside, center ring, or along the ropes, Inoue controlled every second. He led when he wanted to lead. He countered when Maloney tried to force exchanges. He was faster, sharper, and far more powerful. And the most terrifying part was how effortless it all looked. Maloney wasn't fighting a man. He was fighting inevitability. Still, Maloney was tough. He kept coming. He tried to earn respect, tried to land something meaningful, tried to convince himself that this monster was human after all. And for one brief, dangerous moment, he succeeded just enough to believe it. After grinding through round after round with little success, Maloney finally had what looked like his first truly good round. You could see it in his eyes. The confidence flickered to life. He started to think that maybe Inoue wasn't invincible. Maybe the door was open. Maybe all the hype had been exaggerated. That belief, dangerous as it was, gave him courage. But it also signed his sentence. At the start of round 5, Maloney stunned Inoue with a clean combination. A sharp 1-2 snapped Inoue's head back, catching him off guard for the first time in the entire fight. For a split second, the arena shifted. The crowd leaned forward. The upset fantasy crept into the air. Maloney pressed forward, throwing punches with conviction instead of hope. He believed the stars were aligning. What he didn't realize was that Naoya Inoue had seen this moment 1,000 times before. Inoue recovered instantly, not with desperation, but with cold, brutal calculation. As Maloney stepped in, encouraged by his own success, Inoue smashed him in the face with a vicious counter. The message was immediate and unmistakable. Confidence without control meant nothing here. From that moment on, Inoue unleashed himself. Combinations flew with terrifying speed. Body shots thudded deep, stealing breath and resolve. Headshots snapped Maloney's head back again and again. Everything landed with bad intentions. The rhythm of the fight changed completely, not because Inoue lost control earlier, but because he decided it was time to remind everyone who he was, a clean right-hand connected flush. Twisting Maloney's head violently to the side, that was the moment the monster revealed his true form. This wasn't just skill anymore. This was domination. Shoulder rolls flowed seamlessly into counters. Angles appeared where none should exist. Inoue was no longer reacting. He was dictating the future. Down went Maloney from a quick counter, his body betraying him before his mind could catch up. He got back up, but the damage was visible. Another massive right hand followed, then a left, then another right. The demeanor of Jason Maloney told the story before his legs ever could. He was no longer in control of anything. Inoue was walking him down, dismantling him with frightening composure. In the 6th round, it got worse. A sudden left hook at the start of the round sent Maloney crashing to the canvas for the first time. He never saw it coming. 1 second he was upright, the next he was staring at the floor. He beat the count, but the man who stood up was not the same one who had walked into the ring. His legs were gone. His defense was shattered. His instincts reduced to survival alone. Inoue smelled it. He landed more clean hooks and precise shots, while Maloney struggled to understand what was happening to him. Desperate, he clinched, clung, held on like an amateur being overwhelmed in sparring. His guard dropped. His chin lifted, and Inoue, almost mockingly, stood in front of him, enjoying the moment. This wasn't cruelty. This was confidence at its absolute peak. The monster was having fun. By the time the 7th round began, there was no mystery left. Maloney tried to maintain distance, circling away, backing up every time Inoue stepped forward. Fear was written across his face. He was trying to buy time to escape the inevitable, to cling to whatever survival instincts remained. But Inoue was done waiting. The defense was flawless. Every movement had purpose. Then it happened. A massive right hand exploded into Maloney's eye, shutting down his entire nervous system in an instant. His body collapsed. The referee began the count, but it was clear to everyone watching that this was over. No one gets up from that punch. Jason Maloney lay on the canvas, defeated not just by power, but by something far more terrifying: precision, timing, control. Naoya Inoue had retained his WBA and IBF bantamweight titles with a knockout that echoed far beyond the ring. It wasn't just a win. It was a statement, and it didn't stop there. Inoue went on to dismantle Paul Butler, a fighter with an impressive record, dismissing him with the same cold efficiency. Then came Stephen Fulton. Belts were on the line. Expectations were high. And once again, Inoue delivered destruction. He claimed the WBC and WBO super bantamweight titles, becoming the undisputed king of his era. Every performance reinforced the same truth. This wasn't hype. This was history unfolding in real time. Now sitting at 32 wins with no losses, Naoya Inoue stands as one of boxing's most terrifying forces. On the other side of the story, Jason Maloney's career didn't end, but it changed. He had his own respectable run, 7 straight wins, solid performances, heart and toughness that can't be questioned. But losses followed. Momentum faded, and the question lingered. Was Maloney weak, or are Japanese fighters simply operating on another level? That's where the conversation truly begins. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more deep, story-driven boxing documentaries like this, let us know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think anyone can truly stop Naoya Inoue? Or are we witnessing a once-in-a-generation force? And if you want more content like this, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss what comes next.